Hi there, my name is Gwen and I am a virtual assistant. My business is Curlew Secretarial Solutions, as you can see on the screen. And I'm here today to talk to you about how you can digitalize your business and how myself as a tech VA can help you to do that. So, first of all, we're going to have a quick look at what a tech VA actually is, because you're probably thinking, what on earth is that? And then we will go on to have a look at why you would want to digitalize your business, what that means, and how it can be done. So, let's go and have a look at what a tech VA is. A tech VA is somebody who helps their customers to digitalize their business, and that means using a whole range of online tools and softwares and apps to do the tasks that would otherwise take them a long time. These tools work more efficiently, they can talk to one another, and they can just make your life generally much easier. And not everybody needs a tech VA. A lot of people are absolutely fine with setting these systems up themselves. Others don't have the time to do it, or others feel that they don't quite understand how to get everything in place and would be happier with somebody else setting that up. So we can come in at any point along the journey and help you get set up. So I am a virtual assistant, and the tech side of things is just one of the services that I offer. I am fully trained and I have a lot of experience in dealing with a wide range of online tools. So I tend to know what tools would fit you and your business and which tools will work with you the way you want to work and how your clients would expect you to work. So that is one of the big benefits of getting a tech VA in, because there are thousands of online tools out there. And sometimes it's really difficult to know where to start. So a tech VA can help you in that respect. A tech VA can also have a look at how you work and what you're working on and see whether there's a tool that could actually be doing that for you rather than you doing that task manually that you may not have known was out there. And again, a tech VA knows which tools out there are compliant to UK legislations and regulations. For example, we do have to bear in mind GDPR and data protection, and that's something that we can guide you in. So let's move on. We will have a look at why you would want to digitalize your business. So there's many reasons why you might want to digitalize your business. But at the moment, in the last 2 years, life has changed considerably and we have had to start working in different ways. So it's not so easy to work face to face anymore. It's been more difficult sending and passing on documents to people. So a lot of us have had to engineer that so we are now working more virtually and more digitally. So certainly that is one of the reasons why you might want to start using these online tools, and that is to remain compliant and safe with COVID regulations. Another benefit is that you stand out from your competition. Have your competition started using online tools? How are they working? Using online tools certainly makes life easier for you and your customers as well. And your customers will notice this. They will notice that things are easier. They will notice that things are working more efficiently and it looks professional. So if your competition aren't actually doing that yet, then you're getting ahead of the game. Obviously, there's a lot of tools out there and they do a huge variety of jobs. But one of the biggest benefits of having them in place is that it saves you time and money. So, many of the jobs that you might have been doing manually, it can all be done in an automated way. And certainly, if you are growing your business, if you have a growing team, if you work with staff, then this is going to be a godsend for you, because by having online tools and systems in place, you can communicate with your team more effectively, even if you aren't in the same building as them. So they can see where you're up to with certain clients. They know what emails have been sent. they can find that phone number easily enough and they can see that somebody has filled in a form. So you're not doubling up and duplicating on work. It looks more professional to your clients and you know what everyone is up to. So it really is a very good idea if you have a team to use online tools that enable you to work more cohesively. So, moving on, let's have a look at what kind of tools there are out there. So, as I said before, there are an enormous range of online tools out there. It's hard to know where to start. I mean, this list here just give you an example of a few. So, we'll have a look at CRM systems in a little more detail in a minute. But I have clients who use all of these systems. We've got online courses, project management. I mean, a lot of people have already been using a lot of these systems. So, if you do your own social media, you may have used a social media scheduling tool, or you might have a WordPress website and have contact forms on your website. That's an online tool. There's pretty much a tool out there for everything, certainly for people who work as an individual and people who work with teams. So, for example, with my team, we have timekeeping software that we use so everybody can fill in on one system how much time they've spent working with each client. So when it comes to billing the client at the end of the month, I can automatically see where my team have been working, ready to invoice that client and give them a log of hours at the end of the month. That's great for invoicing. It makes life so much easier because it automatically sends that data to my invoicing software. And another one, just to pick a couple out here, you might see bots at the bottom. This is something that a lot of people automatically say, bots? What on earth are they? But actually, you've probably interacted with quite a few bots in your travels online. So when you go onto a website and there's a little chat at the bottom, quite often that is a bot. So you may be speaking to somebody via this online chat and they're coming back to you with answers and being friendly and telling you to have a nice day. Very often that is a bot, it's not a human being. And they are immensely clever because they learn as they speak to people, and they know how to respond to jokes and certain kind of humor as well as anger and issues and sarcasm. So they are very, very clever, and quite often people think that they are talking to a real human being. So that's what a bot is. I'm going to go through a few more tools a bit later, and we're going to have a look at some case studies so you can see how these actually work in real life. But let's move on and have a look at CRM systems. So if you're wondering what CRM stands for, it's Customer Relationship Management System. What it is a glorified online database. And I love CRM systems because they just bring everything together. They enable a team to work well together. They enable you to give a really good service to your clients, and they can keep you organized. So everything that you would have put on a spreadsheet before can go into a CRM system. So the name of your client, the company name, the address, phone numbers, email addresses, websites, social media pages, that can all go on your CRM system. You can also keep documents on there. So if they've signed a contract with you, then you can keep that on there. If they've filled in any forms or if you've sent them some information that you want to keep track of, all that can be stored in your CRM system under their name so you can find it easily. You can also see where you've got up to with clients because you can store their emails in there as well. And that means that if you've got another team member that might be dealing with that client, they can then go onto that client's profile and see that actually that email was sent and that client's already filled in this form and there was a phone call with them yesterday with such and such. So they're not going to duplicate that. So this is where CRMs really do come into play, certainly when you're working with other team members. Having said that, I use a CRM system just for myself as well because it keeps me organized. I can see where I've got up to with things. I can see what leads are hot and warm and cold. And this is where the sales funnel comes in because you can follow through your clients right from that very word go all the way through to them either becoming a client or just a cold lead. So it's a really unique system. And the best news of all is that many of these CRM systems speak to other softwares. So they can speak to your accountancy software, they can talk to your email marketing software, they can talk to your timekeeping software. And it just means that you can stay up to date with everything. You can pass client details safely between systems. They are highly secure and on the cloud, so you can access them from your phone or your computer or your laptop. And you can also allow teams to only see certain things. So if you have a team member who you just want to see a certain part of that CRM system and not maybe the staff details, then you can restrict what they have access to within the system. And there's a huge range of CRM systems out there. Again, the beauty of a tech VA is that they can guide you as to what system would work best for you. Well worth having a chat with someone in the know about which one you should use because they all have their specialties. So moving on, we're going to have a quick look as well at another online tool, and that is online forms. So there's again thousands of online forms that you can get out there. And the idea of online forms is really so that you're not dealing with pen and paper anymore, but also you're not sending a client a PDF form that they have to print off, fill in, scan back in, and send back to you again. So it just makes life easier. So you've got different types of online form. I use Microsoft Forms when I just need a basic form to be filled in. And if you already pay for Microsoft 365, you should have access to this already as part of your package, whether you access that online or download it. And what happens is you create a form in it, and Google's Forms works in a very similar way. You create a form in it, and it gives you a little URL that you can then copy and paste and send to your clients. Um, Other forms, people have online forms on their websites. So I imagine many of you have got contact forms on your websites. Well, that's an online form, and you can get different types, different sorts, and different plugins to use. So there's WordPress forms, Ninja forms, Contact Form 7. Again, loads out there. But if you want to get a digital signature from your clients, then you need to be looking at specific software to do that. And these online forms don't do that. So this is why I've added Adobe and Signable on here as examples of online forms that you can ask for a digital signature on. And a digital signature done properly is legally binding and would stand up in court if necessary. So as a virtual assistant, I send out contracts to my clients at the beginning of our work together, and I do that through Adobe PDF. If you don't send many forms out, but you have the occasional one, then something like Signable is a good option because you are only paying £1 every time you want a form signed. So it's on a kind of pay as you go basis. So this is a real blessing because when I first went into business, I was having to send my contract via a PDF, and my clients were having to print them off, sign them, scan them in, and then send them or post them back to me, which was a real palaver. And actually, this is so much easier. It looks more professional. And when the clients get it the other end, it walks them through how to do it step by step. So it's really easy. So we're going to have a look at two important words that come along with digitalising your business. Integration and automation sound a bit technical, but actually they aren't as scary as they sound. So integration means when you have two online tools, online systems, and they talk to one another. You can join them up. A good example of that is a CRM system and email marketing software. So when you add somebody into your CRM system, it then adds their name to a mailing list on your email marketing system. So that's integration. Quite often, your tech VA will sort that out for you because you have to link them up using what's known as an API or a webhook, and it just gets the two systems joining together and talking nicely. Automation is very similar, but what it does is it creates a trigger. So you've joined your two systems together, but then you've asked them to do something when something happens. So again, if we look at a WordPress form that somebody has filled in and clicked send on, an automation that is already integrated with your email marketing system might trigger it to send them an email that says, "Welcome to our course. Here's your login details. We can confirm you've paid." And it might also be integrated with the accountancy software that would send them an invoice so that they pay for their course. So it just basically means that they are talking to each other and they've asked them to do something. And all of that happens without you having to lift a finger. Once it's all programmed and put in place, it will happen automatically. So we're going to have a look at two case studies, and these are two genuine clients that I work with. And this is how the integration and automation works for them and their business. So we're going to start off with one of my lovely clients, and he sells online videos. So he creates videos, and he's a bit of a phenomenon on YouTube, but he also sells videos on his website as well. So we've set up a system that allows his clients to go onto his website and buy a video, go to the right place to view it, pay for it, and they then get linked up into a social media group so that they can discuss it. So all of that is done without him having to lift a finger other than recording the video, of course. So I'll take you through that journey so you can see where this integration and automation comes in. So in this instance, the client is using Teachable, which is a course software. He's using a WordPress website, and he's using MailerLite for his email marketing software, and Square that takes money from the client. So when the customer visits his website, there's a lovely gallery that comes up that shows all the videos that people can buy. And these are top tips videos, masterclass videos, training videos, coaching videos. So there's a whole variety that they can choose from with different lengths and different prices. So they can click on the one that they want to buy, and this takes them onto the Teachable website, which is it's a course software website essentially. But he's using it in this instance for his videos because he also uses it for his courses. There is then a form that the client has to fill in, and as soon as they hit send, that software then speaks directly to MailerLite, which is their email marketing software. And that triggers an automation because that sends the customer an email with the course link, a welcome message, it adds them to the mailing list, and it also speaks to Square, and that's how the customer makes the payment. So there's a lot of automation and integration going on just in that one section, just as soon as the customer hits that button to press send. And the customer is then also emailed a link so that they can join the Facebook group. So there's a lot going on there, and it sounds really complicated, but actually it really isn't that hard to set up, and it's not that expensive either. So it's a real option for people who want to sell courses or videos online. And I'm just going to quickly show you another example of this. And this is a customer of mine who is also a virtual assistant, and they wanted to set up a calendar on their website so people could make appointments to talk to them rather than having to email them and go back to them with dates and what have you, because it was time consuming. So my customer goes onto the back end of their website and adds in when they're available to take calls. And then when the customer visits their website, they can then pick a time slot that works for them. Now, as soon as they filled in their details on that online form and hit send, I want to book that appointment, then the appointment making software automatically fills that in on my client's online calendar. So in this instance, I think she uses Google. So that is popped onto the Google Calendar, so she can't book anything else around that. And then she's also sent an email from the software to say such and such has booked a call with you. This is what they want to discuss. These are their details. This is their phone number, or these are the Zoom details. And the customer who's booked the call also receives an email that's been triggered as a result of them booking the call, with the same information on, and a bit more information as well to tell them how to prepare for the call and what to expect from it. So it just makes it nice and easy. It saved my customer no end of time. She used to find herself double booking a lot because she had to manually put their details into the diary. So she was always forgetting to put phone numbers in or Zoom details and what have you. So it became quite an onerous task for her. So this has been a godsend for her and saved her a lot of time as well. So, if you think that online tools could benefit you and your business, then do give us a call. We can either help you get all set up and ready to go, or we can just advise you on what you want to use. We offer a whole range of services around tech. So either we can get everything set up for you and then continue to maintain those systems and update them when necessary, or we can get it all set up and then take a step back and then be on hand if you need us at any point. But we're always happy to have a chat with you to guide you on what systems might be best for you, because there are so many out there. It can be quite overwhelming when you go on and search for online forms, because there's just a colossal amount and not all of them are good. So we are always happy to have a chat with you about that. We offer a free consultation call, so it's just that easy. Give us a call. Always happy to have a chat. And we do it because we love it at the end of the day. So that is why we've gained the experience. That is why we know so much about it, because we really enjoy what we do. So do give us a shout if you need us. Any advice on these things at all, we'd be more than happy to help.